Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 3. Just about to continue on with the war against Egypt. It's not going to be very much longer before we conquer them, and once we've done that we can swing around and start focusing on the Russians. Hopefully by then they'll have consolidated their civilization a little bit more, so it'll be more of a treat to take them over. As you can see, the Hanging Gardens production is down to 1. That was a result of our handy scientific leader, so we'll be done that next turn. And we're sort of running out of work for our jobs for our workers to do, so we're going to send them over here and start properly developing the captured territory that we have. This immortal is going to join this group over here, and this one will head down. He's going to go there and heal, and we've almost got enough of a group to attack Alexandria. These two immortals should be enough to take out Abydos next turn, or in a few turns rather. We finished the harbor in Bella, and it's a fairly big city, so we're going to build a library there. And we finished the Hanging Gardens, which what that does is it makes three unhappy citizens content in its city and one unhappy citizen content in all other friendly cities. That's going to be obsolete by steam power, but I don't think we're going to even get that far, so we won't have to worry about that. We're going to start building marketplaces in all of our cities, since that'll further increase happiness and also increase the wealth income of all of our cities. So that's a big boost to us as well. We've got libraries going up in all of our cities. Those are very important. You definitely want to have libraries in as many cities as you can. That increases your research overall. And one thing we can do is we can check the victory status screen and see the current status of the game. It shows us quite a few things. The time limit of the game, 540 turns. We're on turn 132. The first ones go a lot quicker and the later ones go a lot faster, so we're really only in like the first 10% of the game in terms of overall time spent on it. That is to say, if this was a longer game, if this one actually went out to 540 turns, we'd only be about 10% through about 10% of the game, I would say. Our current score is 321, and our top rival is Egypt with a score of 225. We could also check the histograph of our score. As you can see, start equal, and we've slowly increased. We can check the power ratings. As you can see, this has been a bit jumbled up a bit more, but we're definitely in the lead in this sense as well. Power is determined by cities' gold, culture, advances, resources, military strength, nuclear weapons, and wonders. And you can also see culture. We seem to be winning in this sense as well. We would be winning by a lot more if we had bothered to build more wonders earlier on, but that wasn't really important to us, so we didn't. And Egypt didn't build any wonders, unfortunately, so we won't be able to capture any from them, and I don't think they're going to be building any before we defeat them, so we won't be seeing any captured wonders from Egypt, at least, but maybe from a different city or civilization. Once again, we're going to stay away from immortals because, as I noted before, we're way beyond our military limit. We're actually 8 over it, so we want to keep our captured units. We're going to want to keep our total military down for a little while till we can capture more cities and support a large unit. Obviously, as well. That immortal became elite, and apparently they only had one spearman guarding that city, so it fell without any trouble. So I guess these other immortals can move on to somewhere else. We'll meet them up with these guys up here, and together they can attack Alexandria. I think 5 might even be too many to send, seeing as how their defense has been thus far, but I suppose 5 will do. Persepolis might need a bit of development at this point, so send a worker down there to work their territory. This galley isn't going to explore very much because weak units like the galley, weak naval units that is, have a chance of sinking, a very good chance of sinking if they venture away from coastal areas into the sea areas or to the ocean areas. So it's going to by default stay in the coastal areas to avoid sinking. and it's just basically going to circle the continent and try to find as much information as it can, since it's been set to automatically explore everything. And we've dug pretty deep into Egyptian territory, and their civilization is pretty quickly collapsing, so I would say this war is going to be over in the time it takes for our units to arrive at the gates of their cities. So very big success on our part, I would say, and this war should be over before too long. It's also important to keep spearmen production up. You're going to want to want your cities to be guarded by spearmen as opposed to immortals, since immortals can attack and spearmen can't. And spearmen can also upgrade into later defensive units, and immortals can't. So don't just build immortals. It's not a very good idea, I don't think. Our turns are going by fairly fast now, I would say. But still we're doing rather well. They're attacking us with a bunch of archers now, so they take a few battles. Our attack slowed a bit. And as you can see, they chose to attack us there, so we lost one of our immortals and won't be able to take the city now. But I think we should be able to defeat the spearmen. Oh, I forgot that the archer can hit the bard. We can kill the spearmen, though there's another one underneath, unfortunately. These immortals are going to actually attack these archers, since the archers are much better on attack than they are defense. So it would be better to attack them now than wait for them to attack us. Which is going to slow down our advance, though this probably represents the bulk of their military. So no big deal there. I don't mind taking out the vast majority of their offensive units in exchange for a slightly slow advance in their territory. This worker is going to head out towards Egyptian territory and start helping to develop that, since it's going to take a while to connect everything up and set it up properly. These guys are going to attack Abydos. They'll probably destroy it. No, I noticed it has no population, though it will actually be captured if we actually win it. We have a chance this war is attacking it too. But we managed to capture Abydos rather than destroy it, so that's not too bad. I guess the Russians won't be settling there anytime soon. Now, I don't know why this galley decided to turn around, but it did. It's not really too important, though, I would say. Still got two immortals there, but they have an archer and a spearman in Giza, so we're probably going to have to send reinforcements over there to take care of that. And with the completion of our last tech, we've actually advanced in the next age. We're now in the Middle Ages, and being that we're a scientific civilization, we get one free tech at the start of the game, or at the start of the age, so we'll go ahead and see what that is once we finish with the normal upgrades. And since we finished construction, we can now build aqueducts in the cities that require it. So any city that's stuck at 6 population and can't go past because it doesn't have fresh water will switch over to an aqueduct at this point. Aqueducts actually take a little while to build, so it may take a few of our cities a little while to get them done. We can actually still have quite a few wonders available to us that we could probably build, but they're not the greatest wonders, so I'm not really going to bother with them just yet. I think with this worker we're going to start spreading irrigation across this whole plains area. I think it's in dire need of it, I would say. And we actually attacked them later, so I start a war before this point. But because it's a smaller map, we probably do the war down quicker, so it's not a big deal. That last immortal didn't fare too well, unfortunately. Fared a lot better and managed to capture the city. So the Egyptians are down to very precious few cities at this point, and they're not really able to pull out the military needed to defeat us at this point. And probably going to overrun the last vestiges of their civilization fairly soon. So So, oh, and now that we've finished, if we check our science, we actually picked up engineering, so we can actually build bridges and don't have to worry about rivers being broken up by roads anymore. We can also plant forests, which is a good thing to do in tundra areas. Currently we're researching feudalism. That will give us access to pikemen, which are a very strong defensive unit, and we'd like to have those. And I think we're going to actually plop a city down up there, so since we can now build forests, we can make that tundra area at least slightly productive. Not quite so terrible as it is by default. By default it only produces one food, and that's it. Almost as bad as a desert, but I think food is probably better than the shields provided by desert. And we've also captured Giza, and a worker along with it, so that's not too bad. We'll build